All right, all right, all right. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this countdown. Y'all better be in the building. Shout out. Oh my god, this is a lot. Hello, y'all. Hello. Hey, I'm live right now. Hold on 1 second. Let me put this countdown on. So yeah, give me a second. All right. Hey, what's up, y'all? Oh, what's up? We are live with another video. We're about to get this show started, you guys. And I just want to say congratulations to my mama. Can I say congratulations to my mama? Can I say congratulations to Mama Wiley? I gotta say congratulations because I always talk about the bad, but you got to talk about the good too. My mother just passed her real estate exam. All right. And I am so honored for that. And shout out to Mama Wild. Like my mother, I've never seen my mother out of the 32 years I've been on this earth so passionate for something. And I want to also say thank you to Don. Thank you to Don Johnson because he got on the phone with my mother months ago, maybe a year ago, started talking about real estate. And she just went in, she just started studying and studying. And this was her third try, I believe. Yeah, I believe her third try, and she passed. And I am so honored that my mother passed her real estate exam. Shout out to Mama Wiley. That to me is truly a blessing. Because I'm honored because though we all have our issues, she's wise enough to know I want something better for me. And she went and got her, her real estate. She was got into real estate. And I don't want to cry, I don't want to get emotional, but I'm so happy. It's happy tears, I'm so happy for my mother because she really worked so hard. And I told my mother, and I said this in the house. I said, Mama, and I said in front of everybody, I thought I was on stage. I said, they could say we are a dysfunctional family. But one thing about us, we dysfunctional, but we sure know how to get into some business. We got one person on a realist, they own a successful cleaning business. One person in Georgia own a restaurant. Now my mother in real estate. I entertain on social media, building a media company. And I'm just so honored for that. I am so honored that my mother is she didn't give up. She's on the grind. I love that energy. My mother's on the grind and I love it. I'm so honored for that from my mother. And I pray that it works for her. I feel so good. She's so excited that this happened for her because she had a lot of issues and she really wanted this, and it pained her that she was not passing, and she passed it. And I'm so honored that she passed that test. I'm really honored that she passed that real estate exam. So now she's looking for, I believe she said, a broker and all of that. And we will keep y'all updated on that. I'm just honored that she passed that, and I'm so happy. She told me to tell y'all thank you, some of y'all, for buying her book, her children's coloring book. She said thank you to that. Y'all have purchased that, and I love that. I just love that support. um to see my mother, on this new grind, and I pray for it, that God continue to bless that, and that she truly be happy to do it. I love it. Thank you, Tasha, because you talked with my mother about it. Thank you so very much. You have just talked to me about it. Just thank you. You have just been you have been there for me. You got on the phone with her. It was amazing because Tasha, you did talk to my mom. So thank you for that. And I'm so good to be in a position where I can help. So now my mom become a real estate agent. She can come on the show and she can show properties and we can all make money. So I'm kind of like happy. I'm really, really happy for her because I have a show that I talk to thousands of people across the country. And I'm honored for that. And I'm honored that my mother was able to do it. And also, we got some good news. We lost some weight. Okay, we have lost some weight. And okay, all right. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Child, it's some.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
I'm gonna you wanna see me?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I'm not gonna do this. I'm not about to go to jail. I'm not about to lose my job.
Okay.
Oh. And motherfuckers like all that.
Oh no. Oh my gosh, no, no. Okay. I'm still on my live for though, but go ahead. And they can't hear you now, but go ahead. Okay. No, yeah, don't put hands. Yeah, you don't want to do that. I, I understand. Yeah, but don't do that. That ain't nothing but the enemy. That ain't nothing but the enemy. That ain't nothing but the enemy. Don't. Yeah. Yeah. That ain't nothing but the enemies. Don't worry. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I understand. I understand. Okay. So I got no. I'm not smiling. Well, I'm smiling now, but I'm doing my show. I'm trying to be professional. I'm live talking. You said it better not be no more Nikki slander. Hold on. We're not even talking.
Did Jason Lee speed dial y'all? Use Charlemagne and Armand and
Well, first of all, listen, this is no Nicki Minaj slander or whatever. I don't slander people. That's she is a public figure. And yeah, that's it. I don't do any Nicki. You said what now?
We taking you out of court.
Okay. Okay, I'll see you.
Yeah, let me get this shit together. Yeah, she about to have to. She gonna have.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Just be watching your.
I'm gonna text it to you. I'm about to text it. I'm gonna text it right now to you right now. Okay, I will. Okay. All right. Bye bye. Okay, you guys. He's so toxic. I love him. Okay. Okay, get me back to okay. So I'm excited for me, because I went to my psych doctor. I had to go to my psych doctor. Y'all come on in here. We come on in here. My psych doctor, and I asked her, I said, how much weight did I lose? And she said, you're 312 and I lost some weight. So I'm excited for that. I think 315. I think she said 311 through 12. Yeah. So we losing some weight, and I appreciate that. Then and then I share my experience about the medicine and how it make me feel and everything like that. And we were going through that. And so when I heard that news about my mother, I said, God is good. All right, God is so good. Now we about to get messy in here today, and I want you all to share this live. I don't know if y'all can share it, you guys, because we have to talk about Tory Lanez attorney. I got to get into it. Let's bring Tory Lanez picture up here. So apparently, we have been getting dragged, okay, by Tory Lanez attorney. All right, and yesterday we call Unite the People. This is a California agency, I guess a law firm, right? Where they help get low to no income people out of jail. They've been falsely accused, etc. So yesterday, Milagro Gramz decided to go and post these two tweets yesterday, and it shook up the world. Like she said, according to Tory Lanez's current legal team, Unite the People, the rapper has been granted bail pending appeal. All right. Then she said, I'm not going to delete the post because I worded it correctly. Unite the People did indeed relay that Tory Lanez was granted bail, but it was due to someone who sent a false update and looked like an accurate memo from the courts. Therefore, his team was misinformed. So what did we do as a journalist, as New Black Media? We decided to pick up the damn phone and call Unite the People. So when we call Unite the People, and we had this conversation with Unite the People, one of the guys decided to be disrespectful and call into the show. Now, mind you, we call Unite the People. They say, hey, we can't give any details regarding the case. And I said, okay. I said, but is he out? Because his spokesperson, Milagro Gramz, putting it out, did he out? And then she recanted, like, what's going on? So we're doing the show, and he called. I missed the call because I was on the phone with Icon with New York. I was talking with him, and then we called back. And then this guy decided to say, hey, make sure y'all go to Unite the People USA on IG, and I'm going to tell you what really happened. And I'm like, sir, I'm actually right direct. Like I said, go to Unite the People USA, and you're going to hear what we're going to drop. We're going to respond. I'm like, this was and then it was a trigger, but I had to be professional because my colleague Meghan Cuniff said that don't let them trigger you. But I'm from the hood, and I wanted to go there, but I didn't go there. So I left it alone. So I decided I went to go interview you guys. Went to go interview someone from Tuby, right? Single man problems. I need y'all to type that in there. So I went to go interview this guy. Give me a second here. I want y'all to see the man picture here. Give me a second here. Which one did I interview? Yeah, I interviewed Ronnie. So I interviewed him. Give me a second. I want y'all to see him so y'all can see the poster here. Give me 1 second. Now, mind you, I'm doing this show because it caught me off guard. I'm supposed to go interview single man problems, one of the lead, Ronnie, that played the lead in this the number one film on Tuby, right? The number one film on Tuby. Okay, the number one film on Tuby. I got to say that again. And I had him booked for an interview. Okay, no, I want a picture of him. That's not good, Paul. Give me a picture. I want people to see him. Give me a second, so they can see how he look. Okay, because I know. Thank you, Paul. All right. I'm just waiting on you to upload it, and I'll refresh my screen. All right, because he's in the back uploading this as we speak. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that picture would do. So I went to go interview. I had him booked for interview. He was already on the calendar before the debacle happened. So I said, okay, this lawyer's going on. Oh, this is going on. So and then the lawyer's like, oh, I'll call you back. I was like, okay. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to bring him on the show live because the spirit is I'm already kind of like pissed at that lawyer. I want to drag, and this was about Tory Lanez, and I don't want to destroy this. I said, you know what? And Paul, you text, he said, we could just do that pre-recorded. I said, let me just send him pre-recorded. So we did it pre-recorded, and we had a conversation. It was a beautiful conversation. And so it was a great movie, by the way. It's on Tuby, you guys. It's about a young man. He catfished someone. He had used his roommate picture, but y'all should go see it. It's about a down low man. It's really good. It's on Tuby. Make sure y'all go check it out. And we had a beautiful conversation. He was like, I saw you were talking about Tory Lanez, and I didn't know. I'm like, oh no, it was this trash lawyer, weak lawyer, beta lawyers that pretty much put out a lie, said he was out and he wasn't out. So we did the interview. This interview will come out soon. It's being edited as we speak, and it will come out soon. Let's hope it'll come out soon. Members will get a screening of the interview first. Members will get a screening of the interview first, and then the general public, the rest of the public, will get to see it as well. Now back to Tory Lanez. Now, so okay, his lawyer come on. I'm angry. I'm upset. I'm in my feelings because I felt like this black man didn't honor me enough as a black media company, because he would have never told that to CNN. You would have never got on the place and told this to CNN that, oh, go to Fox News. I'm going to go. No, baby, you on Wiley Show. Tell me. We're not going to rush to your Instagram. Most of my audience don't even have an Instagram because they don't even follow me on Instagram. So let's talk about it right now. It's a simple question. Did he or did he not be granted bail? Or did he or did he not be granted an appeal? So we go to that, and he's on, and then everybody was like, okay, he's on Instagram now. And I said, F it, because the Chasing Atlanta piece. And I'm pissed off again yesterday because I had it planned for myself, T Spiller, Trey Sorrell, so they could be on the panel and we could talk about Chasing Atlanta. I got my mind made up, paid for the thumbnail. I thought they had their stuff together. Poof. We had technical difficulties. We're going to air it at 10:30, 11 o'clock. But I'm already playing this for the audience, and this is why I don't like talking about gay shows, because they ain't got their stuff together. They don't. They can screw, go dush, be on, and it's just like, soon as it's time for a show, they very late. I don't know what it is, but it's like, but they will ask shows, I want you to cover our shows. I want you to review. Okay. But at least if you know that you're taped this show since January, you mean to tell me that one edited and ready to go at 7:30, 8 o'clock? Baby, this ain't no live show. You ain't producing a WWE wrestling event. You producing a pre-recorded stuff that was taped back in January. So it should have been already done at that direct time. So that happened, and I thought I didn't have to watch Chasing Atlanta. I could have just went on to bed. So we go here, and this lawyer, literally disrespect me as a black man, as a black media company. And so we interviewed the guy from Single Man Problems. And so now he's on Instagram. This man on Instagram. This lawyer's on Instagram. And obese, no neck, heavy tattoos. That's what I see. Phones going off in the back. Like, the whole media PR with Unite USA is totally trash. They need to unite some media folks so they can give out a better response. But anyway, so we start digging. Milagro was like, I got this information, the same information that Tory Lanez's daddy got. And then Meghan Cuniff, the beautiful Meghan Cuniff, one of the top leading journalists, real journalists, by the way, she came out and she said he have not been granted no appeal, right? In the courts, nothing like that. So then we go back to the lawyer. He started responding, oh, Wiley, that guy? Oh, he's cute. I'm glad you think I'm cute. I was flattered, by the way. Then they started messing up. Oh, wow. He from Mississippi. Like, if you can't even correct my name, Mr. McDowell, any of that stuff, don't say it. Because then they're trying to be funny. No, y'all the joke. How y'all get a fake email and get catfish thinking y'all client is out of prison? You dumb. Are you stupid? Or are you dumb? How in the world you supposed to be representing the law of California? You know all the penal codes, but then you get catfish to think that your client was granted an appeal? So this is the lie that the lawyers want us to believe, that they got a fake email from Gmail from the court and somebody hacked into the court system. That don't sound right. Because again, as new black media, I'm literally doing a simple Google search. If the appellate court in California was hacked, that's news. That they had a huge security breach where somebody could pretend to be in the court and make up fake documents. Like, where's the data? No receipts. This man with them big old crusty thick fingers and them heavy outdated tattoos, looking like he's ready to go rob somebody, carjack somebody's car. Honestly, you need to put on the suit because it's very scary. All right, look like a Suge Knight wannabe. He get up on there showing us emails with no proof. Anybody could create an email, bruh. Either A, y'all did this for publicity for y'all network or y'all law network, but you ain't got to do that. And then I'm kind of angry at Milagro because I know she can't be trusted, because you allow yourself, without doing your due diligence, instead of you checking the system, you follow the word from Unite the People. Shout out to Tory Lanez's daddy. Instead of him doing his due diligence, he got lied to. Like, but did nobody go look at the computer and type in the computer? Because when we typed in, he wasn't granted nothing. It was, a motion was filed. Yes, we know that. A motion was filed, but nothing was granted. Like, oh, yeah, we're going to grant this. We stand with it. No, it was filed on the 6th, I believe, right? Or did it say the 5th? 5th. So these people, and I this is why with Milagro, I don't F with that chick. I don't want to see that chick. If she in Houston, I want to go to Alabama. I don't even want to go to Houston. As long as she in that Houston, I don't want to be there, because that woman is so blind, and she's just literally so blind to the fact that she is not a real, true person to do her due diligence. She didn't do it. Like, you put this out there. It was stupid for Milagro to put that out there, because she should have did the simple thing. Now, she claims she got more education than me. She say me and her brother is slow, right? I remind her of her slow brother, her words. So she don't supposed to be slow. She supposed to be highly educated. The chick told me she got multiple degrees, okay? Because she showed me them degrees with all them filters. Now, I couldn't see the college that you went to because it had multiple filters on there, and there's no shade. But you got all these degrees, and you get catfish by a fake court person? Lady, you think we dumb? I may look a little slow, but I'm not slow. I may look like it, but this man worked. That ain't making no sense. And so once we responded to the Unite the People, that to me ain't nothing but low down, low budget. That whole operation is shicey. It's giving me scam. It's giving me clout chasing. And then people ain't even have the common courtesy to put out a press release. But they want to go on Instagram with sounds in that stuffed office while on piece of paper, McDonald's wrappings, Burger King wrappings, fingernail polish, all that going on there. And then he had the audacity to say, well, Wiley is cute. Is that the guy, Wiley? Or is it Wild Eye? Wild Eye? What is it? Wild Eye? He from Mississippi. He from Mississippi. I ain't from no Mississippi. Now ain't nothing wrong with Mississippi. I love Mississippi because Meghan Evans is from Mississippi and he fought for the rights and the equality of black folks. And when Meghan Evans was taken out in the driveway, and I was watching it I was watching the movie Whoopi Goldberg, and when that white man took him out with that rifle, and then the kids, they got on the ground, and I will never forget the scene, the person that played Meghan Evans, he said, turn me loose. And he did it like that. And so I have a special place with Mississippi. I love Jackson, Mississippi. I don't want to live there. Very poor. I don't want to live in Jackson, Mississippi. I remember it was a snowstorm, but don't want to live there. But I love Mississippi. But have I been born in Mississippi? Thank God I wasn't born in Mississippi. That's the most low. I don't want to drag Mississippi because this ain't about Mississippi. But don't please. I'm from Chicago. We way greater than Mississippi, okay? Chicago, Mississippi don't come close, okay? I'm just saying. People flee Mississippi to go to Chicago. I don't see too many trying to migrate to Mississippi. Make Texas, not Mississippi. That hick town, Mississippi, where the minimum wage is $3.85. No, I ain't going to no Mississippi. I ain't from no Mississippi. Now, when they literally got there and said that about, I'm like, who is these cats? Now, ain't nothing for sure. I got family, probably got family in Mississippi, but I don't want to live in Mississippi. Absolutely not. I don't want to live in Mississippi. They the most country folks ever. Country, going mile, about 3/4 miles down yonder. 3/4 miles down yonder. What's 3/4 miles down? I don't want to move no Mississippi. No, don't trick about me, Mississippi. Don't get me wrong. If you in Mississippi, don't take offense to it. Y'all know y'all look not that advanced like that up north. I'm just saying. Now, back to my opinion. But they said I was from Mississippi, not from Mississippi. These people, I was gagging that this supposed to be Tory Lanez's lawyer. Like, this is his lawyer? I don't understand that. Like, I couldn't believe it. These people took a whole segment talking about me. And only thing I did was my job. I just represented my media company and I called to get the facts. He literally tried to put insults when you said and sent misinformation allegedly, or it was a communication error or failure, and you didn't even really have the common courtesy to say that on the Wiley Show. Brother, I speak to your shame. I speak to your shame, sir. That's what beta man do. Weak beta man. A true alpha would have answered the question. A true alpha would have got on the phone and answered my question directly. Only a down low beta man run from a simple question. And when that man said he is cute, that man is a beta, because a true alpha man don't call another man cute. I'm just saying. And I understand we gonna get into it, okay? But I'm not gonna play these games. I'm not. I'm not gonna play these games. So hearing this and then Milagro, this chick decided to go live on Instagram and take off all her clothes, show her chocolate thighs with tattoos and with filters. I said, what in the world? Why this woman got filters on her IG live when she's in the tub with them two chocolate thighs because she's trying to deflect. Instead of her picking up the phone, coming on the Wiley Show, answering these questions, you're trying to deflect. And this is why I reached out to the great Meghan Cuniff, beautiful sister, by the way. I reached out to Meghan Cuniff, and I reached out to her. And I said, listen, I want to talk to you. Because when I went to Meghan Cuniff page, and it's so sad that we have to go to people that don't look like us, but in this instance, we have no choice. But I got to go to Meghan Cuniff. Give me a second. I got to go to her Twitter account. And I know some of my black colleagues is upset. All right, I get it. But y'all, I mean, y'all just like, come on. I'm gonna go to her page really quickly. So she said it verbatim right here. This is her. This is a journalist. She said verbatim, because this is the receipt they show in the thing. And this is what Meghan Cuniff said. She said, clerk wouldn't send me filings because they were rejected. Caesar McDowell for Unite the People briefly shared the email notice on his Insta live last night. Filter's address is not quite 2NDD District Appeal at yahoo.com, but it's I guess a fake account, not an official court email. So how in the world, and this is something I don't know, how in the world you a whole lawyer and you cannot distinguish a real email from a fake email? From a government email to a Yahoo. This, to me, if you can't distinguish that, Tory Lanez, they should be fired immediately. You mean to tell me that you couldn't distinguish a Yahoo? Like, I don't understand that. Brother, Tory Lanez, fire your lawyer. I'm trying to get in contact with his father. And I want to speak to his father. If you really a preacher, a man of God, listen to me, brother. You need to tell your son to fire Unite the People because they have failed. They don't know the difference between a Yahoo and a government email address. They need to be fired immediately. Because if you get gooped, you will definitely probably don't even know how to file the proper paperwork, to file the proper procedure to be granted an appeal. So I personally believe that. This is a bad representation. This is bad and it's embarrassing. And I'm shocked that Tory Lanez, a mainstream artist, picked some Craigslist type of attorney. Did you get these people off the Craigslist? What did you get them off of? Did you get them off of Afterpay? Affirm? What kind of lawyer did you? You would have came out better calling Legal Shield. Unite the People have failed Tory Lanez. Okay? How can you say you unite the people, McDowell, when you failed to come and answer a very direct question from a black man? You failed. Now, you probably got other clients out, but in this case, you have failed. And I don't appreciate that you're trying to insult my intelligence as New Black Media and trying to insult my intelligence of my colleague, Meghan Cuniff, I speak to your shame, sir. Okay? Now, again, thank you, Meghan Cuniff. See, this is why I love Meghan Cuniff. I F with Meghan Cuniff. I don't care what her color is, because I don't look at color. I look at facts. And the facts is, Unite the People lied. Meghan Cuniff said this, quote, a guy who answered the phone at the clerk's office this afternoon tells me there was no hacking. Anyone can register an account and try to file something. Try to file something in any case. That's why the clerk's office reviews filing before putting them on the docket. In Lane's case, the clerk told me that someone who appeared to be a fan of Lane submitted a bunch of random documents that didn't meet the filing requirements, so they were rejected. Tory Lanez team saw the filings come in yesterday and wrongly thought the court had granted bail. And then also, Tory Lanez, your team is stupid. See, this is when you try to hire folks. Stop hiring your homeboys from the gutter of Canada. Your homeboys from the hood of the United States. Get you some people with some sense that know how to read documents, that know how to triple check stuff. That team should be fired, and so shall Unite the People. All of them should be let go. Yeah, fire. That's what you should be telling them, Tory Lanez. You should be getting on that phone. Yes, you are. We're going to be recording at this. Hello, is this Unite the People? Yeah, this Tory Lanez. Yeah, what you got to say, brother? Yeah, fire. That should be your, and you should hang up. That's what you should be saying. People should be losing their jobs because Tory Lanez, it made you look stupid. It made Milagro Gramz, she always looks stupid. That's why she wear filters. It made her look stupid. Not to be expected. She ain't the brightest bulb in an apartment. And it made Unite the People look like ruthless thugs. That's what it looked like. I don't want no lawyer that look like a thug. No, sir. I want one that wear a nice suit, that's intelligent, that don't look like a thug. Tattoos, rat with tears and weaponry. I don't want no type of, you got a whole bull bazooka tattoo. I don't want no lawyer like that. You're going to scare the jury. So again, they won't be representing me. I come out better representing myself. I just go and Google and talk to AI. Talk to AI law and have them do it. I let a robot come represent me before I let that man with them big old thick fingers represent me. So I'm saying this from the heart. I'm a little triggered. Okay? I am. Because misinformation is powerful. But this is why, as the great Meghan Cuniff was said, you have to go to the source. And that's what you have to do. And for what Meghan Cuniff did, it was so intelligent of her getting the information. All right? I see you in here. And so that's why I love that about Meghan Cuniff, because I knew that sister was going to do her due diligence. And she did it because she is a journalist. And she have more resources and more connections with that area. And it's so, she does. She have more resources with those areas. Okay. And Unite the People got a Google review of a 2.8. Can you figure it? I'm sure about to send them a 1 star. A negative. I don't want to give them 1 star. Negative 8,000. All right. So, you guys, thank you for tuning into the show. I will open up the phone lines and allow you all to call in. I do want to apologize. I did remove the post on IG that I said he was free because I made a title and y'all didn't go and check the YouTube. So I just took that out and I'm uploaded on there. I had to re-edit my title because I knew it was fake. But just to get y'all in here in the previous episode, because I didn't trust it. And you know why I didn't really trust it too? Because when Tasha K, oh, wait a minute. Jasmine, put it on the screen. Put it on the screen. Put it on the screen. He out of jail. I knew he was going to do it. They knew he hit her in her pink top. I knew when she said it, you better triple check. Because people, I was watching Tasha K. I was done with my show. I was watching her show, getting ready for Chasing Atlanta. And so when that chick said that he was free, I said he in prison. He hear that. Because Tasha K said that known liar that got sued by Cardi. Absolutely not. She already know that woman is a liar. So when she said it, I said, you have to triple check that. And we did that. And guess what? It was all a lie. He ain't been granted out nowhere. He's still in prison. All right. Thank you so very much for becoming a member, Miss Fire. Next on Fire. Thank you. Love you. You gifted one. Oh, no, you gifted somebody a membership. Thank you for gifting somebody a membership. Thank you. I think somebody had gifted her a membership. Okay. And that's what I love. I thank you. Somebody gifted you a membership or somebody gifted, because, you know, I'm still new to all this. And this is why I tell people all the time, it's something. Like, that's why I'm so glad and honored that Armand Wiggins did not attach himself, that he's kind of separating from that brand, because Milagro is on a delusional psychopath energy. She believed this man is so in her sick, twisted mind, and she will doctor her receipts. So now I was like, who was the fan? Who did it? Could have been Milagro. I can't say that as certain, but they did say a fan. Could it be Milagro? Could it be Milagro? Could it be somebody from the Mob Radio camp? It will not surprise me, though, but I can't say that at this very moment as a journalist. As personal, she did that shit. Like, I ain't talking as no journalist. She did it. She did. I believe Milagro Gramz did it. I believe she did it. But I can't say it as a journalist. You know, we got to be, I can't say it as a journalist. In my personal life from the hood, she did it. Okay? I think she did that. I don't think she did it. I know she did it. I feel it in my gut. Now, they say Unite the People has, okay, I see that. I see you. You said the Vince McMahon. Yeah, I was watching a lot of wrestling last night. If I was like, I would hire the team who represents George Zimmerman. Yeah. Oh, they look at the evidence. They said Groupon. They said crazy how MF is just in the chat talking about an irrelevant topic. Reading is given payola. You said it's giving payola. You tried that. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna open up the phone lines and let y'all call in. I'm gonna let y'all call in, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all call in. All right. Thank y'all so very much for that. But again, I gotta say this again about single man problems. I'm gonna bring it up, and if y'all want to call it, y'all can. Moderators, post the number in the chat. Give me a second if anybody want to call in and stuff, because we ain't gonna be waiting all day for y'all to call in. Them days are over. Because we do what we can do, and then we're gonna talk about single man problems for a second here. I want y'all to go watch that movie if you can, because he just talked about it on IG. He just tagged me on IG. Shout out to that brother. But again, we interviewed Ronnie, that's his character, and I was honored interviewing him. And I watched it on Tuby. Let me tell you the power of social media. So I was watching a short or reel, and it came up, and he was arguing with his man, his character. He said, you're gay. Get that through your effing head. Like, he confronted his down low boyfriend and was telling him, like, you gay. So, but it was so good. And I said, what is this? Because I thought it was like a social, you know how social media guys, they say stuff like that. They make these fake, you know, skits, and they kept saying, "Oh, it's a movie on Tubi." It says "Single Man Problems Volume 1." So I'm like, I'm checking it, and I'm like, okay. And so I went on Tubi and I watched it, and I was pleasantly surprised because when I've watched previous LGBT films, it's been low budget. You see the boom mic, you see people snowing, you see they act like they underwater, like the quality is bad, the sound is bad, everything is bad. And when he came on the show, I told him, I said, I was surprised. And we got into some things. And it's such an honor for me because I had like an aha moment. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm finally back, interviewing, gay artists, and proud of being gay. You know what I mean? And in the entertainment business. And I love that. And he shares with people that he would like to work with. And this is a trained actor. Like he went to school with acting since he was 7 years old. So it's just amazing that I was able to interview and actually interviewing somebody that got the #1 movie on Tubi. And many people, and I used to do it, I was concluded. I ain't Tubi. But once I start talking to people that work at Tubi, baby, Tubi making them coins. Like once I start seeing how much is Tubi worth, okay? Because Fox Corporation, they purchased Tubi for $440 million back in 2022. And Tubi, let me let y'all see this for a second. Because people was, excuse me, they was like trashing Tubi. And it's worth, Tubi revenue is $14 billion. 14 billion. So why would I, again, because I was looking at that. And then on Tubi, they have other movies on Tubi. And so it's great so creators can really do it. And the director of the film, I mean, a great guy, a great brother, the filmmaker, awesome. When I tell you, like, oh my God, Jen, I was able to see him on the news, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I was like doing some research on it. I thank God that I'm in a position where I can have these conversations. I can have these conversations. I love that I was able to have these conversations and bring this brother on the show. And when I saw this movie, I said, that brother is a star. Because I was so convinced. Now, when you see him on screen, totally different personality in an interview. And I was honored. And I was fanning out because I'm a fan of his work now. And I want to see more work of him. And I said, because at first I was like, whatever, it's on Tubi. I'm going to just do a live interview. I'm not going to edit. I'm not going to do nothing. But I said, no. I said, be the company you want to be. If you want to be taken serious, then do serious work. So I'm treating it like this is Viola Davis. This is Jennifer Lewis. I'm treating it, that's how I treated him, right? Because you don't want to poop on people. Say, oh, he just on Tubi, because you never know where his career going to be. And I want to make sure that we have a beautiful connection. So when God blesses him to go further in life, he will always be reminded. I can go back to Wiley. So when I reach back out to him, you'll know who I am. You can vouch for me. That we had a great time. So I think that's so great because I think it's awesome that I was able to interview him. And I just remembered, hold on one second. I'm gonna pull up something else, you guys. Give me a second here. Because I just remember back when we had about him. Y'all remember that? I don't think some of y'all don't remember that. Y'all don't like remember About Him, but About Him, for those that don't remember, About Him was a show with Brandon Carson. He was the lead, and Rico Puett was in the show. Now, mind you, this is before they was doing OnlyFans. Rico and Brandon Carson. This is before they was doing OnlyFans, right? And I interviewed them in the beginning stages, especially Rico. And I remember I told this brother something. I said, and I was in Chicago. I always give people advice. So I told him some things. I said, whatever you do, don't do adult entertainment because it will distract you from doing acting. He didn't listen, and now he's not even doing acting anymore. But I saw something special with Rico Puett. He worked with Mama D. And Mama D, did I say Mama D? Hope I said her name right. Okay, in that order. Her manager wanted to manage Rico Puett, like wanted to do things further. And for whatever reason, he didn't want to do it. And for whatever reason, life was lifing and things were going on. And I told him, I said, and I always get on the phone. I said, brother, take some acting classes. You can really do this. But then now, as I've gotten older in this, and I said, well, if you don't believe in yourself that you can do it, then you won't do it. So when I see this brother now on the screen here, and he's doing Single Man Problems, this young brother, 29 years old, to be on this film that came out back in 2019, it was a web series. And now when he's now the #1 show, he said all this publicity he received, he would never would imagine. And that's why you got to keep going. Now, mind you, when people looked at this program in 2019, I didn't know about it. I didn't know about it in 2019 when it was on Here TV. Didn't know about it. I didn't even know Here TV existed. And Here TV show LGBT films and web series. Didn't know nothing about it. So I tried to go back on there. It was gone from there. And I was like, okay. And so when I saw it on Tuby, I said, this is great. And I think a lot of creators, like, it's so much room for independent filmmakers now. And it's just amazing. I love this brother, his work, this movie. I'm going to watch it again. It's such an amazing film. And it's an amazing film because I think people need to know Down Low Man. And women need to know that. Women need to see that. And shout out to the women. I gave the women credit too in the film. The cast of the women, they were so good. Like the entire cast was good. And for this brother, the producer, to do it with limited funds, they did it. And I told him, I said, this movie could be on Netflix. It could be anywhere. It was a good, great storytelling. Great storytelling. And it was something that he shared in that interview. I want you all to make sure y'all watch it. Okay. And it's just amazing. And I'm going to continue to watch it. I remember this is what I used to do. I used to review About Him. I used to interview the cast. A lot of people don't know. I used to interview a lot of cast from Chasing Atlanta. This is why I'm back covering Chasing Atlanta. Because in the beginning stages, I remember talking about Chasing Atlanta and having that conversation with the Chasing Atlanta staff. And I just remember that. That's what I were doing. And I just going back to that and adding that to this because I made a promise to Jaquez, and may he rest in peace. I made a promise to Fly Young Red, Darius, Diddy, Aki, I made a promise to those gay artists, those musical artists. I said, no matter how big my show become, I will always interview people in the gay community, those independent artists, actors, directors. But, and I said it did, if it's trash, I'm going to say it's trash. Because I don't really give people, if it's trash, I say it was trash. I got in many tussles going toe-to-toe, calling people they movies were trash, got cussed out. I've done that. I said it's garbage. I went to a premiere. I ain't gonna say the name of it because me and him don't see eye to eye today. And we was in the premiere, and it was a Q&A for the media folks, and I was representing the Wiley Show. And I raised the question. I said, why do you think it was okay for us to see this when it wasn't ready? What do you mean? I said in season 1, you see the camera dropped, you see the boomstick, you see the audio we couldn't hear, like, and I said from the first 20 minutes I couldn't hear any dialogue of that. Well, you don't understand, Mr. Wiley. We on limited funds. We don't have a budget of what movie? I forgot. We don't have those type of. I said, well, first of all, until you get ready to get some better mics, then you shouldn't be doing movies. And I sat down. Now I didn't put that interview out, that thing out, because it was embarrassed. I was embarrassed. Like, don't put that out. I don't care if you gay. That was garbage. I couldn't even hear what they were saying. So for this movie that's saying Single Man Problems Volume 1, I give them credit. It was good. I was able to hear, see, clear as day. I can tell it's not a big budgeted project, but for what they did, it was incredible. Like, they went back to the studio and they did something where you could recreate like audio in the studio. They did a good job. They did a good job. Can you imagine if they had more investment? When you see it, I want you all thoughts on, can you imagine if they would have had a $3 million budget or $2 million budget? Can you imagine? But for what that brother did, what was the director? Let me make sure I give the film director credit here. Okay, give me a second. Because, I mean, for what he did and the amount of funds that he had, it was amazing. And beautiful reviews of Single Man Problems. And I want to make sure we give the director credit, or the film. Yeah, I want to make sure if I can find his name, you guys. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Hey. Okay. They say you should do Tuby review and everything. So we'll definitely get back into that, you guys. But shout out to that. Now we're gonna get back to Tory Lanez for a second. Okay. And we have the one and only an award-winning journalist, Meghan Cuniff. Good evening, Meghan. How are you?
What's up, Wiley? I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
I was triggered because I never seen a lawyer in my lifetime say, "Oh, a system was hacked." Now, in your years of journalism, when haven't hack happened in a court system and it have not been documented? No, it's not on the news nowhere locally. I haven't seen it, because that was like what put out, because, Milagro Gramz, she put out this tweet, and I want the audience to see it, that she said, quote, he got out, unite the people, said, according to Tory Lanez's current legal team, unite the people, the rapper has been granted bail pending appeal. Then she put out, said it didn't happen. They got the wrong information. And then, of course, we see your tweets. What is your thoughts of all of this? Do you believe that the court would hacked and somebody got into the system and tricked Tory team? Do you believe that happened?
I don't think it was hacked, but it does sound like somebody, like anybody could just go to the court system and like register into their true filing system. So somebody put a little bit of effort into actually registering an account and then filing this. But just because you file something doesn't mean that it automatically gets docketed. It's why they have clerks that like review this stuff. So the clerks saw it and were like, this isn't like a legitimate filing. And apparently one of them like called the filer and was like, are you like connected to the case? Like trying to make sense of this. But when they file it in the true filing system, everyone who's set up in that system has their email address in it, gets a copy of it. So like Tory's legal team at Unite the People got this notification, and they're just excited. Like I haven't actually seen the document that they got. Like I saw them put some of it up on screen, so I don't know what exactly it says. So I think they were just confused. I mean, it was just like they got their hopes up and kind of read it too fast, or were just, saw what it said and got too excited. Didn't realize it wasn't an actual like official court filing. So it was just confusion,
Yeah, you've been covering court cases for a long time, correct?
Yeah.
So how many times you seen confused lawyers say, my client been granted appeal? How many times have you seen it out of your time?
Not very often, because usually like it's just you have the order, so you would actually see it. But people get confused like here and there, and
So not so many
it
times.
does sound like they didn't just like make it up from nowhere. Like there was some kind of email or filing that they got indicating something. I haven't seen what it actually said, but they were just like got a little confused and
Because for me, I don't want no lawyer that's confused. I don't know.
It does, because I mean, Caesar's not a lawyer, and he repeats that like over that he's not a lawyer, but he's just the CEO of this Unite the People that employs the lawyers who do the work. So hopefully the lawyers who are actually doing the filings like have a little bit more like knowledge of
exactly, but it's the representation of it that doesn't, like, if this was the NAACP,
there is something to be said about the fact that they told his dad that he had
like you told
that's pretty bad. Like, yeah, I mean, for just fans on the internet or something, but to have like his dad get all worked up like that, that's sad.
They told his father this, and I called Unite the People, and he said, well, go to my Instagram. Like, where's the press release? Where is, because this is wrong. And I personally believe that Tory Lanez should question having them over this complex situation when they got gooped, because this is his life on the line. And if their lawyer is getting tricked, how do we know that they can handle this type of complex case?
Yeah, I think those are all good questions for sure. So it'll be, but it's going to be a while now before they actually file their opening brief, which is like totally normal for it to take a little bit. But we should be hearing from the court, in the next couple of weeks on his motion for bail. It's just it's really unlikely that it would get granted. Like the court, I mean, it's unlikely that it would happen at the trial court, but the appellate court doesn't usually interfere like that. But I would love to get a copy of the actual filing. Like the court said they couldn't send it to me because it was because they rejected it. So I think hopefully Caesar or something can post it online so we can see what it actually says
as well. The filings. Oh, check my IG, sir.
Yeah. I got to say, you're an inspiration in how on the ball you are with your YouTube lives. I'm trying to get in my YouTube more, but I've just kind of realized I need to get in a different mindset. Like last night, I should have gone live and been like talking about this
because
stuff,
people were looking for you. Because
no, I need to capitalize on it.
Absolutely.
Just like got all this other stuff going on. I'm doing this story on this Trevor Bauer baseball player who's accused of sexual assault, and I got some more stuff going on with that. So I've got to deal with that today.
Like people were looking at it, and I had was looking at it, and I was looking at Milagro, Gramz, and all those folks. They want to be taken serious as journalists. Correct? I understand that. I get it. We all want to be taken serious. But if you can't pick up the phone call to do a little bit more legwork to at least verify before you put something that big, because first of all, I thought it was strange that why do Milagro have the, no offense, and not no other publications in the world post about this? This is a very international case. Nobody from the UK, because they called and booked y'all to do that show, and you got a stipend. In Milagro, I don't know if they got paid, but you got $500. Nobody know about that. Nobody would post. So that's why I knew. And then also, Megan, when Tasha K said it, this woman was sued by Cardi B and still lied and lost in bankruptcy to get a discharge. When she said, "Oh, he's getting out," I knew then, baby, I better go outside to make sure this. I had to verify because I can't trust her word. She's not trustworthy.
Hey, I got to run to another Zoom call. I kind of got a lot of things I'm juggling. I'm working from home today. But thank you so much for having me.
I want to say this, Megan, before you go. Sure. Thank you for doing your work as a true journalist, calling the courts, and hopefully Caesar would bring his behind and he give us the real document instead of him trying to show some receipts on a vertical cell phone.
Yeah, no, that'd be great, because I was like trying to take screenshots. I'm like, what is that document?
You can't take no screen. I try to say you can't take any screenshot. I hope that he does it as well. I hope the board, it's a beautiful sister there. I hope Miss Jackson, she's one of the board members there. Hopefully she can do this well, because Caesar, he just needs to stop talking and just send receipts and let us true journalists do our due diligence. Thank you so very much, Meghan Cuniff.
Yeah, thank you.
Go to her YouTube channel.
Keep it up.
Thank you. So I just had to clear that up. So, Caesar, have several seats. Send me some paperwork because you up there trying to put it on. Look at, he don't even know how to do it. Okay. All right. Who is that guy? He's cute. That's what he said. He said I was cute. Now, we want to say thank you, Cuter. So this case is too high profile to be making those kind of mistakes. Exactly. Exactly. Do you know how high profile? That's just like the Dream Team, Johnny Cochran, telling OJ you was found acquitted. And then they found out, oh, brother, I'm sorry. The computer, one of the fans put it in the document, sent us the wrong thing. I apologize. You still got to be in here. Like, I don't get that. I don't get, like, to me, that's still, to me, I don't want to trust a person that can get confused. That's the big thing. You didn't even, you were lazy, and then you told that father, you know that father. He already stood up and was talking about Jay-Z and the power of God and Jay-Z. You confused that father. That father was praying. He probably was shouting, say, Lord, thank you, Father. Thank you, Omega. Thank you, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, for releasing my son. And then you get another phone call. Excuse me, Mr. Tory Lanez Sr. This is Caesar from the United People. We got the wrong information. We were gooped. Do you know how traumatized that can be? You playing with people's emotions. Do you know that's traumatizing? People is really emotional about it. Now, according to what Meghan Cuniff was saying, that she highly doubted, and she probably can't speak for her, but if you look at the statistical data, it's not in Tory Lanez's favor that he's going to be granted an appeal. Granted appeal and to be able to post bail while his appeal go through. That's highly unlikely in the state of California. Do you know California? You better pick up a book and read Brian Banks' book and watch that movie. It's very complex. California legal system is, in some cases, can argue is like Alabama and Mississippi. It's not that liberal just because you can smoke weed legally. Don't get it twisted. California legal criminal justice system is not that liberal. It's extremely conservative. So you have to understand that. And if you pick up a book and just Google how many people are granting appeals while they was convicted on an appellate side, because the state said no, now you're going to the appellate court. So you can just Google this. You don't got to be a lawyer, just Google. So Katie and daddies who come out the woodwork like Drake Daddy wasn't around until the son get famous. Oh my gosh. They said Cali is not gun friendly. We have strict gun laws. Okay. So it's not. So they said Tiffany Young said, now Wiley, a true journalist. I am. I didn't tell that Tory Lanez was gonna be free, and he ain't free. I am new black media. I love that. So thank you, Denise. Denise said, quote, thanks, Meghan. Yes, to the true journalist, Wiley. Thank you so very much. Now, anybody want to call in? What would be the reason for an appeal? Anyway, I don't know, because I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to claim ineffective counsel. I don't know. I don't know what's his reasoning for that. I didn't look that further into the case. I can't say. They said, right, Tory daddy was over in Africa chasing. Nigeria, Yoni. And Tory got famous. Just trash. The only reason they come online defending their son is because they want the sons to keep taking care of the okay. All right. Thank you all so very much. God bless you all. I love you. Thank you so very much for that. We're gonna be back again. About to do the Chase in Dallas. I'm sorry, I keep saying Chase in Dallas, yeah. The Chase in Atlanta review really quickly. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do it solo, okay, today, because due to scheduling things, we're gonna do it solo today. All right, for this particular episode, and we're gonna do that today. I'm going to drop that in the chat really quickly. So if anybody want to come on the show, it's going to be good. Even if you didn't watch the show, come for my review because I'm going to be roasting. Okay. All right. Give me a second. Let me drop this in here for y'all. So y'all can go and see this because I'm going to be roasted because I'm in a roasting spirit. So they would have been spared if all this other stuff didn't happen. But make sure y'all go and check that out. We about to go live in a few. Right after this live, we're going live. All right, going live about chasing dollars. Let me put this on my Twitter so they will know. Because I did promise them that I will review this particular show. So I will keep my word and I will review this show for them. And we're going to do this really quickly. And talk about this particular show. So give me a second while I post this on the my Twitter account. We're gonna dive into that. Okay, and you can follow me on Facebook. Thank you so very much. Let me see, and then we're gonna go back live again because I'm trying to keep that separate from my other celebrity gossip stuff. Trying to dedicate that episode, trying to keep it all separate, like my political stuff, because I try to group it all together, but I'm just going to try to keep it as separate as possible. Okay. All right. Follow. All right. I did that. Do anybody got that? Did anybody who all watch? First of all, if you watch Chasing Atlanta, type in the chat, type it in, type Chasing Atlanta in the chat if you watched it. If you didn't watch it, press no. If you watch Chasing Atlanta, type it in the chat. If you didn't watch it, type no, you didn't watch it. That's like Wiley blowing up and turning A-list. Then all of a sudden his father come out arguing on the trolls on Wiley behalf, like where he come from. Exactly. And that's the thing. That's the thing, Mama Gil, because my father, he know I exist, but I know soon as I come live or become big, I become successful. He gonna want to talk to me. Oh, this is my son. It's sad. It's sad. It is so sad. But he know I exist. He rejected it. And that was fine. Was it painful? Yes. But I said, screw you. I'm gonna be so famous. You're gonna be begging for my relationship. You're gonna be begging for it. I'm gonna be begging for it. But have a happy life with your white wife. But I'm not going to, I asked, you don't want to do it. It was painful, but I'm going to be so famous, you're going to be begging. Now, I will reach out to my brothers, and I'll let them know if they want to have a relationship with him. But he can screw him. But I will reach out to, because I have some very professional college ball players. One is trying to get NBA. So I will be reaching out to them. They deserve to know. But because my father, it's like my mother, she attract a lot of dudes that keep secrets. Like, even like the first dude, he was like a secretive type of guy. Then he wasn't my father. He was on my birth certificate. Calvin Wiley ain't my father. Now this new dude, Tommy Williams, okay, secretive. Don't want his family, don't want his children to know. My sibling. These are grown adults. One other brother, he's still in high school. I think he's like a junior senior. You don't want to let these people know. But don't worry, I'll let them know. They are adults. I go to their college and go there and interview one of my brothers and then tell them, we're related, right? So don't try me. The only reason I don't want to do it, I couldn't really focus on that. But I'm a little triggered because somebody said something about father. How in the world? Now I got to drag. Give me a second. Let me take Tory Lanez off here. Now, wait a minute. Y'all stay here because my daddy going to get dragged for a second. I never really dragged this man ever in life. But it's the first time for everything. So, how in the world that Tommy Williams, right? This man, right? I didn't know he existed. I went on DNA Ancestry, the Ancestry app. I did that because Calvin Wiley said, I'm not your father. And there was court documents to back up what he was kind of court. I don't know about the court documents. I couldn't hardly get it. But nevertheless, he said he wasn't. He said it was DNA test done. He said he wasn't. I said, okay, good. I'm about to go to DNA Ancestry, whatever. Went on the app. Put the thing, mailed it off, and I forgot about it. Got the results back. Went home. Got the results in the system. looked at this because I'm thinking I'm about to see some Calvin Wiley, baby. I'm thinking I'm about to see Calvin Wiley. I think I'm about to say, oh yes, my mama was right. He was. He was it all along. He trash. And then I was shocked. I'm looking, no Calvin Wiley. Not a Wiley on site. Only Wiley, me. And so I see a name I never seen in my life. Tommy Williams. Never seen. Look, he looked for me. I'm like, man, this guy kind of look like me, but that ain't Calvin. So I go back to Calvin. Go back to Calvin Wiley, who I thought was my father and blah, blah, blah. I go back to Calvin. I said, well, do you know this man? He said, no. But to Calvin Wiley credit, he said, but don't judge your mother. Maybe she didn't know. Because he always told him he heard rumblings that I wasn't there. My mama was creeping. He already told me that. I didn't want to believe that. I was taking up for mom. This is my mama, you know. But in the back of my head, I don't want to believe that my mom was out there creeping. I don't want to believe that she was holy. So when I saw it, I was angry. And so I'm trying to listen to Calvin tell, don't judge your mom. I'm trying. But I get on the phone. I love my mama. I love her dearly. I get on the phone. I'm like, Mama, do you know a Tommy Williams? This is my mother's word. I don't remember what I did yesterday. You want me to go back 20-something years? I don't know. I don't remember. Just leave it in the past. I don't remember. I don't know. Remember what I did yesterday. That's 20-something, 30-something years. I don't remember. I got all this type of stuff. I said, when she started talking about that, I said, I was whoosh. I said, mother. And I didn't, I said, and then I got on the phone and I started texting. I don't judge you. I just want to know. Because I couldn't meet her there. I said, okay. So some told me, let's sit on it. And I sat on it. I reached out to Tommy Williams, sent information. I didn't know you exist. I don't know this person. I don't know this. I said, you from Chicago? Yes, I'm from Chicago. He acted like he didn't know what my mama name. He acted like he didn't know none of that. That's what he said. He blatantly said that in the messages, right? Had his picture and everything up. Then I go back to DNA Ancestry respond. He blocked me. He blocked me, not blocked what he blocked me on there, took his picture down. I said, oh, something's wrong here. What is going on here? So, okay. Then one of my producers, which will remain anonymous, they was really good at doing research. They found the grandmother. They found all these people. My aunts, they found all these people. Two of my aunts died from cancer. My grandmother died from cancer. My grandfather, this is Tommy Williams, his family. And then we found out all my brother's pictures, him marrying a white wife. His wife is a dentist. Then I started to really look into Tommy Williams. Then we found out Tommy Williams got a criminal justice degree. Then we found out Tommy Williams own and operate a youth thing, helping bringing youth into criminal justice. Then we found a media of him talking, doing speeches and doing interviews and talking about his biracial son and then saying his other son, they Native American. Then I'm seeing all this stuff. I'm like, whoosh. I see why I like to talk in front of the camera because my daddy talked in front of the camera. So I see, I'm like, man, this man doing interviews. He doing criminal justice. He own a youth organizations. They playing basketball. They playing football. I say, okay, this is my daddy. I want him to be my daddy. I wanted Calvin to be my daddy. He's a good guy, preacher. So, okay. So I'm getting all this information, getting excited, kind of hurt and painful because I wish I had that life. But anyway, I've still got it. Now you're dealing with Wiley. I said, okay, we get my producer. She sent me all the information, all the receipts. I'm been bombarded with information. So I said, okay, let me go back to Chicago. I got to talk to my mother. Okay. I felt like Antoine Fisher when he had to go talk to his mama. Okay. That's what I felt like. When you in that scene, Antoine Fisher, when he had to go confront his mama. So I went in there. Still rejecting, yeah, he looked pretty nice. Oh, yeah, he looked pretty nice. Any updates about your father? That's how she said, okay. So I knew then, I said, my mother trying to tell me, but she ain't ready. So, but I know once mama started drinking, that's when she tell her truth, which is kind of sad to say, but that's what she tell her truth. So she was drinking. And then she stopped. She wasn't drunk, but she was a little buzzed. And she said, you know what? I know Tommy Williams. I know him. Yes, I know him. And then she started naming other people how she met Tommy. I remember, yeah, we were dating. Then she said, yes. And he reached out to me maybe a couple of years back, inquired about me, said, how is I'm doing? So yes. I know who he is. And but regardless of that, I had a cousin where she was telling me, I met her on Ancestry, and she said, Marquise, our mamas don't want to admit they was out there throwing it out. Yeah, they don't want to admit that. You know, they don't want to go back to that because it was wild, which is no problem. It was a one night stand, whatever. I just want to know the truth. If you was out there throwing it out, throwing it up in a circle, it is what it is. And so she remembered. Then she came to, I said, okay, so this could be truthful. So then we go back to Tommy Williams. And okay, before I talk about actually me and Tommy talked on the phone. There was one time he finally get on the phone. Because, how do we get Tommy on the phone? Because my cousin, she had his number. She found his number. They talked, and she called me, said he got to process it. Okay. But it's months going on another year. I mean, all this stuff going on. I ain't sharing it with my audience. So I'm just going like, okay, well, how much process you need? I've been processing this thing for 32 years, about to go on 33 years. So I'm like, okay, let me call her. She said, let me give you that man number because she pissed. Man, he ain't called you yet. It's been almost another year. Call that man. So I called him. He said, how did you get my number? I said someone sent me the number. I said, blah, blah, blah. And because we talked, and then he said, okay, I'll get on the phone with you. Then it was reschedule. I said, okay. Then we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a phone call on, let's just say Thursday, or let me just say the word Thursday. Okay, Thursday, we're gonna do the phone. Oh, well, you know, Marquise, well, I gotta go out of town, but can we do it? I was supposed to be on Friday, but can we just do it today? Because I don't want to be traveling on the road. I said, fine, whatever day it is, I'm ready. So we get on the phone. He was out on the walk with his wife. Okay. No problem with that. He did let his wife know. So then I can't judge him. I can't go in there. I just need to get some answers. First of all, I'm not mad at him. First of all, because he's not a deadbeat. He just didn't know. So I'm on the phone with him. Listen. And I said, you know what? I don't judge you. I can't judge you because you did not know. And he started talking about family and how he's still grieving. He lost his sisters, which would be my aunt. He lost his mother, which would be my grandmother. He lost his father, which would be my grandfather. He's the only person left in that unit, right? So I'm listening to them. And I'm listening to his wife in the back. Like she was naming somebody's name or something because he couldn't remember something. So I'm listening. And I knew we couldn't get it all out. And I'm just saying, hey, let's keep the communication open. Then 6 months passed, a year passed, 2 years passed, and now we're in 2023. Nothing. Silence. Then we finally get them back in a text message. And I get more into details about text message. And that was it. I'm not going to go into more details about that. But what I will say is, and I told him, I said, sir, you should tell at this time, my brothers, your other children, they should know that you have another child, they have an oldest brother. You should let them know. He didn't respond. Now, I could go the other way. Now, you could just tell I'm a different type of Wiley. Because the old Wiley would have been reshot. I'd have got on the plane. But I'd have left it alone. So, I'm like, what? I'm like, brother, why? And then I start thinking, I said, well, maybe he told his kids, his sons, like, don't y'all be out there screwing, having one night stand. And he probably, I think he probably don't want them to, he look like a hypocrite. I don't know, but they should know. And whenever God tells me to push to go reach out to him, I do it, but I don't feel that energy to do it yet. But to Tommy Williams, brother, I speak to your shame. You are very pathetic to do that. And that ain't right. That ain't right to do that. That is not right to not at least have a face of it, to have that type of thing. Oh, it's been over 30 years. I don't care if it's been, you still alive, you still breathing. And I was going in them text messages, you still alive and you still breathing, don't play with me. I was saying to myself. I said, okay, I'm not going to force nothing, but I said, they should know. And I made sure at the end of that conversation, I said, you got to tell your other kids. You got to tell them. I think he got about 4. How many? 4 or 5? It's like 4 or 5 of them that I know of. All sons. He don't got no girls. All boy. I'm his oldest at this very moment that I know of. Okay. So I said that and I was like, because I have a show. And so then I started go public because I do have a show because my audience knew that I'm just trying to find out. And then my audience found a video of him recently of this year talking to the media about Black history and some other stuff. And I'm like, look at this man show. I said, oh, he don't want to mess up that image in the community that you have a son out there and that ain't with your white wife, but you also got another baby mama that's Native American, and then you got to the white wife, but still you got to know. I don't care nothing about that. You got to know. And I said, oh, maybe you don't want to do that. I said, okay. I'm saying, okay. But at least I know he exists. And I went in the relationship. I went into this knowing that it could be no relationship. I went into the relationship knowing that because that's all I've heard. No rejection. And, that's how it goes. But Tommy Williams will be the type of person, back to this, soon as the Wiley Show make it, we get $3 million or $8 million. We just become this big old superstar. Then he'll be, oh, yeah, hey, what up, son? This is my son. I remember son, all that. He will get dragged because I don't play these games. Don't play with my emotions. I'm not a toy. I am a man. Stop playing with me. I'm a grown man. And don't play with me like that. But that's what these guys do. So Tommy Williams, if you're listening to this broadcast, you're wrong, brother. You're wrong. I could really go there, but I'm not going to go there. I'm going to spare you for right now. But just know you are on my radar. You're on my radar. And when I ever have children, and also I learned from Tommy Williams, right? I learned from Tommy Williams because I learned from my father. I said, I can't be doing these one night stands with these women because they can get pregnant. So, of course, knowing that back in February, when I'm getting in February with a female, I said, oh, man, she can get pregnant. And I thought she was. I was like, because she thought she was. And then she said she wasn't. I said, oh, my God. And then now I don't want to look at a female right now. I flirt all day. It ain't number one flirt. But no way, because I was like, oh my gosh, because I never want that. And I stalk. I'm like, you better make sure, like, I'm making sure, like, because I never want to have a child out there that I don't know, because that pain, I don't want to duplicate that on nobody ever. I don't want to duplicate that pain on another person on this planet. I don't want to duplicate that type of pain. But I would never do that again. But nevertheless, though, Tommy Williams, get it together, brother. Like, I still want to have a conversation. Do I think about him all some of the time? Absolutely. Do I think about what my life could have, should have? Absolutely. But it also encouraged me to be better than him. Be better than him. And yeah. So God is good. But it is what it is, brothers and sisters. And they say, are you going to change your name to Williams? No, it's going to be Wiley. Because Calvin Wiley did sign the birth certificate. And we will honor that name. That's been my name my entire life. I love the Wiley family. I love them. I met my sister. She will always be my sister because I met her about almost like 8 years ago. I met my oldest on that side, and I met her. And that will always be family. That will never change. You know what I'm saying? I will always honor the Wiley name. I will never stop. And, but to Tommy Williams, hey, one day we could, hopefully we do it. Do I still talk to Mr. Wiley? No, I do not. I don't, you know what I'm saying? And I apologize to Mr. Wiley too. I apologize to Calvin because I was wrong. Because I was mean. I was taking it out on him because I didn't know I was believing my mother's word because she came with these conspiracies. He's changed the DNA test. There's no lie. My mother said he changed the DNA test. His baby mom worked at that B. She was a technician. And, of course, my mother was drunk saying all this stuff. And I think she was, but she was drunk. And that B, that nasty B, she changed. And I'm believing what she said. I'm believing this. And then when I did, I said, oh, no. And I apologized to the Calvin, because he did tell me this when I was a teenager, about 17, 18 years old. Before that, no, I was about 16, 15 or 16. He told me the truth. I didn't want to believe it because I was believing my mother. I was team Mama Wiley. And then now fast forward to today, once we got the information of this and do that. And then we tried to give Tommy Williams. I said, how about we take a private DNA test outside of this to confirm? He didn't want to do that. He said no. That man directly told me no. But let me back up. In the conversation, I said, well, how did you get on DNA Ancestry? Like, why did you go on there? And the funny part about it, he joined on November 11th on my birthday, right? He joined on my birthday. So I said, but why did you get this? Why did you want? He said, my wife gifted me for my birthday so I will know where I come from. I said, interesting. His wife. So, and he had that. So I just remember that. Like, and so when I went back to his account and it said he joined November 11th, I said, wow. That was fake. That was God. That was God, because I remember every single birthday I would cry and pray. I wanted to know who my daddy was. I would write letters to Santa. My mother would find the letters. I was very painful because in my household, I knew I was different. All of them had one last name. My mother had the same last name with their father. That was my stepfather. My siblings had it. And I had the different name. Now, me and my other brother, he had a different last name, but he didn't live in a household. You know, we knew that he lived with his mother, right? And so I was in the household with another last name where even when my oldest brother, that's my stepfather's son, when he would come, that's your dad. I the only one didn't know who I was. And, you know, kids is cruel. This is why I roast and gag, because my brother, oh, you know who your daddy is. That ain't your daddy. Shut up. And so this is why I have to be cautious on. This is why I don't want to be in a relationship with a woman with kids. And then I don't want to never say this, because I remember my stepfather, and I don't call him myself, I just call him daddy, but I'm just saying if y'all know who I'm talking about. So he go pick up his check, and we was in the office. He said, well, these are my kids. And then he pointed at me, but that's my stepchild. And when I heard that, I felt pain. I felt hurt, because I felt like I was different. You treated me like I was different, right? And I felt the difference of it. I think he loved as much as he could do, but I felt the difference. I felt like an outcast. And so that's why when I get older, I kind of like, if I do, hypothetically speaking, be in a relationship with a woman and we get married and she have children or whatever, those are my children. I would never, ever say, these my kids, but this my stepchild. You know what I'm saying? I would never do that, because I understand you're treating me different than the rest. I believe that if you marry a woman, dating, you in a relationship, if she got kids, you got them your kids too. I believe that. I am not going to say, they're my stepkid, but these my real kid, these my Bible. No, that's division right there. I don't believe that. That's just my core belief, because I was on that other side of the spectrum. Like, that was painful. And so now in 2023, when I'm having these mental issues and talking to psychiatrists and my psych doctor trying to talk to a therapist, I understand why. And I told them in the office, I told them, I said, I need to talk to someone. You know, it is what it is. But nevertheless, you got to just push through it. And I'm talking it out with y'all. And I thank y'all so very much for y'all support. This has been amazing. But it's something. You know, it drove me to that. And that's why I'm trying to pick up the pieces and trying it, become ugly and adult like Tasha Camden, and so this is why I thank God for it. I thank God for where I'm at. It's not where I want to be, but I'm better than where I was. And I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to keep at it, because I have to push through it. And it takes me a while, because at one point, it took me a while. I'm like, oh, I don't want to get emotional, but sometimes I have to get emotional, because, it's something. And then I push through it, and I'm reminded of things, always reminded of stuff. And so I just want to work through it. So we're going to work through it. And y'all keep me in your prayers, and we're going to keep entertaining y'all, because this is what I love to do. I love to entertain. I love it. And so I thank God, out of all that dysfunction, I know my gift. I love to make people laugh. I love it. And I know my purpose in life. You know, I know my purpose in life. And I thank God for that. I thank God for that. And I'm not perfect. I have my issues. I have my problems. I have my division, like issues. Like I have issues, right? But through those issues, I'm still trying to make my life better. To make my life better. And I haven't. So yeah, some days I cry. It's like, oh my gosh, you know. And I don't want to cry online because y'all gonna drag me. Oh, he doing that for clicks and views. So I'll wait till the camera in and I'll ball up and cry. Because like when the Kirk Franklin stuff happened and he put that documentary, that triggered me. That really, 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 really triggered me. That really, really triggered me. And I ended that broadcast and I cried. I let it out. I let it out. Because I need closure. And so but I cried. Yes, that was woo. And so, you know, and then have to look at your mama say, because she would talk about Kirk Franklin, and she was watching it too. And she said, I can't stand his mama would do something like that. And I'm looking at her like, chick, to myself, like, you ain't no different. To myself. Of course, I ain't gonna tell her that, but I'm just looking at her being, I can't believe she gonna do something like, lady, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. If you like when she said that, you gonna, I did that look like, okay. Like she said that. She said she shouldn't be doing that. His mama shouldn't be doing that. So it is understandable. And this is why my relationship, my relationship with my mother is still rocky. It's still rocky. And this is why I go and then I disappear. You know what I mean? It's still rocky. It's still rocky. But but the love trumped that. But woo, they said crowd members only Zoom. Okay. He said crowd members only Zoom. Because my members, we go at it. We get deep over there on Zoom, baby. Because we went through a crisis in Chicago. And we had a crisis. And baby, did we talk about it. But nevertheless, I thank God. Okay. I'm just listening in the background, but wanted to say it isn't a bad thing if you're called a stepchild, because a step parent may be showing respect to your biological parents when they say that. But for me, I understand that. But for me, you have to have a beautiful relationship with that woman's ex. True, you know, you have to have that good relationship, because we have to have an understanding. Like, listen, I don't want to call them my stuff. I want to call them my children, because like it's let's stay on the same path, because that's the vision there. Let's stay on the same path, and that's why the adults got to be on one accord. Because if you're not, the children are going to suffer. So that's why the adults, the men, got to be on one accord. And this is why I cannot talk to no woman, be serious, if I can't not have a relationship, communication with that children's father. We have to. I'm coming into his space with his children. We got to have communication. If the communication, it ain't gonna work. You have to just let it go, because he's a big part of the puzzle. He's a piece of the puzzle. And if he ain't with that, it will be a headache for the man that's trying to do right in the household. It will do right in the fold. It will do wrong. And that's why you have to move. You know. So that's why the adults have to be on one accord. Now, thank you. I didn't mean to get this emotional any type of topic, but you know, we go there here. We go there here. This is what we do on this show. So that's why I understand what you're saying, Bougie Baby. I understand that point. But I feel like as a true man, that you would understand why your ex-husband come into the picture, and you respect that. And you will know that if y'all have that relationship. That's all I'm saying. Hey, that's just me. But I know me. I don't want to have to go through that. I don't want to date a woman, marry a woman with truth. I just don't. I just want you haven't had no truth. I don't have no truth. Let's get together. And if we do, because you might fall in love. If you do, I might fall in love with that. And then I gotta have understanding with that. We gotta have understanding. So we can be a united front. Okay. But we thank y'all so very much. This has been a beautiful show. I just got in and just talking to y'all. But this is the type of show. Like this is the type of a good show. They said, no, you don't want him to feel different like he did. No, I don't want to feel different. I just don't want, I just want to be on one accord. Yes. So God bless you and thank y'all so very much. Also, I want to, thank so many people. I just want to thank, I just want to thank so many people, man. And I think that I will say this. I think that it was difficult for me to have friends because I went through so much trauma. And so it was challenging, even with the mental illness piece, right? It was challenging, and it still is a challenge. It is not easy to be, you know what I'm saying? It's not easy to be, and I have to work through it. And so I do want to apologize, you know what I'm saying, to like Armand and especially to him, because that's like a public friendship that was. But I have to apologize to the man. He hopefully he hear this, and I'm very sincere about it. I mean, I have to understand that because he the only one will understand, like, Marquis so sweet. Oh, he was so sweet. And I just turned on him. Like and then I get back sweet. Like I go up and down. One day I won, one day I can't stay in your guts. And I was really ruthless back in the day. And so he understand that. I think more so he understand it. But I do want to apologize for him. It ain't easy. It is not easy because it's a especially when you're dealing with someone that wasn't treated, right? It was an untreated thing, but it takes time. And that's why when I look at Jaquez, obituary, and I will never forget when I was so angry at him and I went off on him out of the blue, and I wasn't well, I wasn't treated. And then I was so glad that we was able to make up. I was so glad we was able to make up before he died. Woo! I was so glad that we was able to be friends. I was so glad that we was able to do a show because Jaquez was one of the ones. He saw me at my highs, he saw me at my lows. He started seeing the show grow, and unfortunately, he's not here to see the rest, But that was truly a good friend, and he was a good friend because he saw the ups and downs. That's a true friend. And so that's why I don't call everybody my friend because, and everything like that. They said he was a very good friend to you. Yeah, and he still is. Armand is still a good friend because he's just a good guy. Like I roast and gag him, but dude as character, he's a good guy. I will never forget. I will never forget that Armand called. I will never forget that. When I was in a mental hospital, he will always be remembered for that. I called him because you ain't calling nobody in the mental hospital if you ain't got a special code. I called him. Sarah said, "Apologize, Momo." No, we gonna keep apologizing over that because it's good for the story. So I called him. I'll never forget it. I called him in mental hospital. Now, mind you, everybody was gone. Like there was no communication with family. Everybody was gone. Pushed me to the side. I was sick, mentally so. And I had his number or my number, and I called. He didn't answer. And I left a message of the code to give him to get back on the phone. He called me back and we talked. But I'll never forget that. I'll never forget it. And that's why me and him go at it. But I'll never forget that. I will never forget that. I will never forget Jonathan coming and helping and getting me out of that mental hospital because you had to have a representative to talk. You couldn't just go. Somebody had to vouch for you. Thank you. So God is good, but it's truly an experience. And a lot of people didn't have people with mental. And then when I hear his story, he didn't really, from my understanding, didn't have mental illness, and so that's what, and we never met. So we just had an online, I will just tell you, like, I remember it was the good days, everything was fine. But when my mental health broke, when I had that mental breakdown, everything shifted. Everybody got it, including family members. So it was something. And it's every single day you have to do it. You have to do it. You have to work at it. You can't excuse it. You can't use it as a crutch. You literally have to work at it. And I will never forget somebody, you're just using that for clicks of you. I wish, baby, I wish this was just for some clicks. This is real life. I wish that I could say, baby, this is all for clicks. I wish I could say that. But no, this is real life. Who would want a mental illness? Who would want to have the experience going in and out of the mental institution? Who would want some days you waking up hearing voices? Who would want to go into depressives and crying, seeing things that's not there on some cases, hearing voices? Who want to go through that? You know what I'm saying? Then you start talking to your voices, So, but it got some good perks to being bipolar because, it got some perks with it. I'm entertaining. The mania have a good perks with it. The most entertaining people got a little bipolar in them. So it got a little perks in them. So but at the end of the day, but who would want to go through that? Okay? Don't nobody want to keep taking medicine. Take your medicine. Baby, you taking that medicine. You like, okay, I'm on the medicine. Okay. Welcome to the Wiley Show. We're handling new topics and we're going to talk. I will never forget it. Monica, and I'm going to keep sharing it. I was on All About the Tea show, and she invited me on Married to Madison. Me and Buffy was on there, and we was on the show talking. And then Married to Madison, not Married to Madison, we Real Housewives of Potomac. I was out of it. I was doped up on the medication. I wasn't myself. I wasn't myself. And I told the doctor that when I'm on it, I'm just a zombie, and I'm not about to be no zombie. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like a zombie when I'm on. And I'm sleeping. And I'm not talking. And you don't want to walk. You just want to be in the house. You can't go to work. I'm tired. I remember I was at work and I was at the nurse's station charted, knocked out sleep. Because that medicine, it was still in me. So it was difficult. And I said, I gotta get off this stuff. So I get off of it. And then, I could it's in a hard place. Like, then some days you want to, then 3 hours sleep, 4 hours sleep, So I gotta work at it. It's literally a process. So she tried me on something else to see would that work for me not to be so drowsy. Because I said, I'm an entertainer. I can't be drowsy. I told that chick, I said, I don't care I know you got on your mask. I can't be drowsy. She said, what you mean by that? I'm an entertainer. I cannot be drowsy. I cannot be on camera. I can't do it. I can't. No. Absolutely not. So we're going to have to do something. Get that typing on to something. Give me something else. Put me down. Let's work on this. Because I can't be drowsy. Absolutely not. Don't get me wrong. I be having some good old dreams when I'm on that Zyprexa. But baby, I'll be droozing at the mouth. I'll be tired. Absolutely not. Let me tell that right now. But nevertheless, thanks to the doc, thanks to the people, and thanks to me, like putting in the work and stuff like that. And God truly gonna do it. Look at Rico Casanani here. He said, that's so sad. It is so good to see you, brother. It's so good to see you, brother. We're going to get it to Chasing the Ladder. I'm still talking because when I get to Chasing the Ladder, don't worry. I'm going to get to drag you. And that's the part of the bipolar, too, I think. But that could be me. But you will be dragged. It's just a part of it. I could be cool with you. The next day you do something, you're going to be dragged. And you got to be, that's why I love living alone or whatever. I love it, because if I have my highs and lows, I love it. That could be with me. I love it. But nevertheless, God is still in control. He gonna do it for me. Okay. And I know it. And I thank y'all for being on the journey. And I share it knowingly that people gonna use what I say against me. I don't give a darn. Because anything you say is public will be used against you in these YouTube streets. That's life. So even though I just do it, I've been doing this, I just do it. And that's why, but and I just want to go on the record though, man. I would go on the record. Yeah, I would go on the record because like around like I would not forget. Let me tell you this. Hold on, y'all. I remember I went off on him. And then the next couple of days, oh yeah, hey, Armand. So yeah, man, we got to do this, and yeah, man. I'd have totally forgot. He like, well, wait a minute, why you hitting me up? You just got through dragging me. Oh well, don't worry about that, man. No, man, just whatever. It's just, I'm just as calm. Yeah, man. I just saw you did to just give him congratulations. I just got through dragging that thing. Like I look at it now, I'm like, I can understand why he think that was scary. I can understand it. It's some scary stuff. I literally got and then a couple of it act like ain't nothing happened. So yeah, man, that is so dope. Congratulations, God. Oh, it can be a little scary. I'm laughing because it's the truth, and I understand because he took the. I use his name public. I ain't gonna say other. Well, y'all know Jaquez. He's gone, and so I got through dragging him for Phil. Hey man, what's up, man? Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, hey, Armand. But the thing, this is why. This is why I talk about him because I love this man. I love it. I really love Armand. I love this man so much. I really love this man. They say, have you already been diagnosed by that point? No, I haven't been diagnosed by that point. Because me and Armand, we broke up, like our friendship, like during that, like this was like even before the library situation. So I was already just, the library was just the ending point. Like he I wasn't diagnosed then. I didn't get diagnosed, so I moved all the way to Texas. I've been knowing Armand since I was in Chicago, living upstairs in my grandmother's bedroom upstairs, living up next to the attic. That's how far I go back with Armand Wiggins. So I was not diagnosed, and so we never met. But I will tell you this though, if I was at that Zeus network and somebody would have tried to pull up on Armand Wiggins, I would have defended Armand, most definitely, because I love that man so much. Like I don't go below the belt with Armand. I don't. I talk whatever I talk about public and blah blah blah. I think in his mind he say different. But if it's something too deep, if it's getting too far, like if you stalking him, taking pictures, Black T-Ball took pictures. I'm not gonna go that far. I'm not gonna go that far, pulling up to his house, and I'm not gonna go that. I'm not doing that. But we still talk about him from time to time. But I think what he does is very great. I think not only that he does so, it's very great. I love the fact that I was able to say to him that he was going to be successful. He is successful. Before y'all knew him, I told him, I said, you need to be on YouTube. Like you need to be you're so gifted. You're so freaking gifted. And so very gifted. He just had something special. You know what I'm saying? Something special he had. Because I saw it in Facebook, how he was able to get an audience together and drag them. But then sometimes he could be professional, like more calm, mellow. I just love that energy. It was something that I remember one time he would be in a chat or whatever. He would be like, I need y'all to hashtag here or hashtag Tuesday or hashtag this. He would put a hashtag and they would all hashtag. And these would be thousands of people on Facebook. This before YouTube, before all that. He would be on there. He was so good and so talented and he was so gifted. You know what I mean? And to his credit, he did say, Wiley, we can't do this, but you've been dragging me. We can't do that on YouTube. I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna do it. In my mind, I thought I could have, I ain't gonna do that. I promise you I ain't gonna do it. And I did everything like that. So, but I love that man. And he still loved me, because he will still call. He will still call. Now, whether he don't want me to talk about Jason Lee or not, he still know that man gonna answer that phone call. And I like Armand for this because this man will watch my show, and then I will watch his show. And he would say an inkling of something I said. Now, I would say on this show, now I will be done because I got to talk about Chase in Atlanta. But this is my show. I can talk about whoever I want to talk about. So I would say on my show, they ain't paying us the same on YouTube. The views there. I'm talking about my experience, but I'm grouping everybody here together, right? So I watched Armand Wiggins' show. One of his episodes, he said, don't group us with your financial insecurity. You ain't making no money on YouTube. That don't mean that we ain't making no money on YouTube. I was like, oh man, that man said so. I'm like, well, he right. And I said, he is so right. And all the voice in my head, he surely is right. Yeah, that player is right. All the voice in my head said he was right. So I was like, okay, I'm speaking about my issues that the money wasn't the same as it was. So I do apologize, grouping everybody in at the same time. But I saw that video and him just saying that inklings, I knew that he watched this particular show. He watched it. So it's an honor. He's like a big brother. But anyway, I got to talk about Chase Atlanta because I got to drag. I saw that, and it is. I still watch. I try not to watch them as much because then y'all get mad. Armand said it, so y'all kind of like bullied me out of not being Armand Wiggins fan. Watch him all day, every day. Y'all bullied me out not to watch that man all day, every day. I used to watch him a lot. Now y'all didn't. Y'all bullied me out like that. But then every once in a while, I sneak and I go over there and watch him because I like that man. I can't just turn him off. He is my favorite celebrity. Yes, you saw that too, Michael Jackson. Because I said it. I thought that was about you when he said, come on. I'm not crazy. That man still watched, so I know the love is still there. I try to, and then he gets mad. Oh, he's trying to be, I look up to you. I've been said that. So it's an honor when people look up to you. I do look up to this man, and I'm not ashamed to say it. He's gifted. I don't think he get mad. It's the truth. Do you want me to say it? I think he just wanted me to, I'm going to bow down. And then Armand knows me because when he got on the phone about the Jason Lee piece, he said, I know you ain't going to listen to me, Wiley. His words. I know you're going to tell everybody about it, but whatever. But I don't know why I still be talking about you. You're just so stupid. And he didn't say it in the malicious intent. I know how he's talking. Right? But he understand, like, I'm trying to tell you, but you ain't getting it. But I understand, but he got to understand, like, I'm still working through real life crises. After YouTube, like, in a sense, like, that comes, I'm trying to get my mental capacity in order. Yeah, I don't know what kind of direction you're trying to go on YouTube. Well, it's kind of difficult to try to worry about direction you're going on YouTube when you're trying to get direction of where you want to go in life. So I'm trying to work through two different things, trying to get that in order and still do YouTube. Try to get that in, like it's So just give me time, player. Give me time where I can get stable. Is I'm stable? No. I won't admit that. So I'm working through it. It takes time. When you're on limited funds, you can't just go to that when you feel like it. It's limited. You go when they can squeeze you in. The need is great. So, it's definitely some love still there. Yes, I'm not crazy. So I know that. And so when I watch this, it's a love there. And it will never be turned off. I don't see it being turned off. It's just there. Because I don't care how he tried to get on his platform and say, we used to talk like, yes, we did. Hours every day. And then for me, this is why I would give Armand Wiggins his credit. He said, you should be a producer, you blah, blah, blah. And I should have listened to him in an instance because there's a lot of suggestions I gave. I love getting suggestions. And honestly, you guys, pretty, and I see y'all in the chat. If I don't have the host, I would love to be behind the scenes, honestly. So I told Armand I was watching, because at that time, I really was like really working for his show, like to give a suggestion. So one of my friends knew a DJ, right? And to do a show. And he was a producer of a host of a show, right? Black Hollywood or something like that. It was like a YouTube show. And I said, Armand, you just do it. Armand drove all the way from his place in California, and he drove hours to LA to go tape that show. And I thank God for that because I want him to win. I still do. That's why I talk about it, put his name in the title and all that. I knew what was up and down. I don't care. I want him to win. Who gives a darn? I want that man to win. And I love talking about, I'm passionate talking about. That's why when he's in a real beef, when he's going at it, give me a second. You know the love is there. When Jason Lee's situation, I defend it. Well, nobody don't out defend me. Can nobody out defend me with Armand? When you really love somebody, don't worry. And I went and I get it. And I know eventually I'm gonna go back dragging him. But at this time for you to stand up, it's just like a family. You know how you drag your brother and you dog your brother out and you call your brother stupid and all that. And then somebody else outside trying to do that, you step in. It's like something like that. So like when he was going through that thing with Jason Lee, I immediately came up and said, "Player, I got Jason together." I went on Shireen, what the channel, Sheree, the wig, Sherelle's World, went on there and dragged her and her husband. And they kept me blocked ever since. I can't even send a super chat. I can't even send a cash app. You know you pissed when you block me off cash app. I couldn't even say a cash app because I used to put in the cash app, "You wrong." I sent $1. I said, "You wrong." I used to say, "Repent." And I got blocked on cash app. Ain't no problem. But I loved him so much because I thought I understood what he was going because people tried to pretend like he was crazy. No, he was right. He was talented, he was gifted, and Jason Lee manipulated him or tried to screw him over, thought he can play him and play him over. Like, no, I seen that. And so I had to say it at that particular time. Okay, I say it again. Okay, and yes, with the Tasha K piece, and Armand will go on the record, he have said it. I told her don't trust her. I said that before she bought me a camera. I said, don't trust Tasha K. Don't you trust that heifer? I said, I don't think you should do it. I don't trust her. And then boom, because I knew that it ain't gonna work because she's not gonna allow you to outdo her. I knew that from her all along. She was fine as long as you believe. She's like Nicki Minaj of this YouTube stage. I'm okay as long as I'm up here and you about down here. You can't updo me. But when you try to go up there, I gotta bring you down. So now as I look at it now, because it's difficult when you bound, you settle, you know, a lot of people is in their feelings. Now, hey, Book, hey, I see y'all in here. Thank you all so very much. Let me go talk about chasing Atlanta. Can y'all say chasing Atlanta, please? Let me go talk about that show, and we'll be right back. We're going to be right back. Love y'all. I thought that about you when he said, I thought that about you when he said that. Yes, he did. Y'all know, y'all ain't crazy. Child, please. And I love that bit. I do. I really do. Wasn't the judge supposed to tell the lawyer something like that? Not fake reporter. Smile. I pray for Tory Lanez and his family. That was messed up, and whoever did that, I hope they go to jail. Okay. Yeah, something else. Yeah, for doing that. That was wrong. Thank y'all so very much. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. I want to say thank you to Meghan Cuniff for coming on the show. I want to thank Meghan Cuniff for coming on the show. I also want to thank my producers, every single viewer, whether you a member or not. I want to thank you. I want to thank you to the members that the members, producers that send me pictures of y'all. Y'all are beautiful. Some of y'all are real nice. It's real nice. But shout out to y'all. Shout out to the flirtation. Shout out to how you doing. Shout out to all y'all out there everywhere in the world. Shout out to my sister Aunt Moss from the UK because she mad at me because I came from Africa. I came against Africa a little bit. But shout out to her. I love her. Beautiful, beautiful woman. And shout out to Aunt Moss. Y'all, shout out to her. She know who I am. Hopefully she watching right now. Shout out to her. Okay. Yeah, shout out to her. Thank you all so very much for your amazing support. Make sure y'all become a member. We'll be right back when we cover the one and only Chasing Atlanta. Okay, now I'm gonna push it up to like 6:30 here because I gotta clean my house. Somebody coming over. All right, let me do a little speed cleaning for a second. Let me do a little speed cleaning for a second. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh man. Okay, hold on. Let me do this about 6:30. Lord, I gotta do this because it ain't gonna take me that long. Okay. Oh man. So Okay. Talk to y'all later. Thank you for the donations, y'all. God bless you, and we will see y'all in the next video. All right, we got to go. All right, Paul, you can close it. You can close it. All right. Get them out. The magnums. Yeah, you got the magnums over there. All right. I need those. What? The magnums. But I do need them. I gotta have them. What do you mean? Why do I need them? Why do you need socks? Okay. Exactly. All right. So make sure I definitely I definitely need it. Yeah. Most definitely. All right. Yeah, change the sheets. Definitely need the sheets change. Yeah, definitely need the sheets change. Well, you already know what's gonna do. Absolutely. We already know with that. Yeah. You already updated my playlist? Yeah, update my playlist. Absolutely. I gotta take this frustration out on somebody. So we gotta definitely do that. Oh, we still live? Oh my gosh, I didn't know we were still live. No, we don't supposed to be still live. Okay, they don't need to know this. All right, bye y'all. Close off the camera. I don't want them knowing all my business.